So, you decided to send one of my everything wrong with videos. You had the bright idea to do to me what the Birdman does to CinemaSins. You even have a similar disclaimer to the Birdman. Well then, let's see what you got. But just so you know, I'm pulling no punches. Piccolo is suffering from a tragic case of blocked booty.
Really, man? A butt and poop joke. 5 cents just for that.
Well, nigga, that's because 5 seconds into the movie, there's an extreme close-up of Piccolo's face as he's constipatedly screaming. What do you expect me to do? Not make a butt and poop joke? Get your 5 cents back. Also, what the hell is with this picture cropping you went with? I understand you need to do something to avoid YouTube's bullshit copyright rules, but you couldn't have done something that doesn't look totally shit? Plus, what's the deal with this shit-ass audio quality? Were you recording from a Game Boy? Not even my first video sounded this shitty, and that video is ass cheeks. And I see you're using the same video editing software I'm currently using. But I see you were too cheap to pay for the pro version to get rid of the watermark.
Who are these?
They're the people kicking your ass.
Dude, if some stranger showed up and tried to kill you, you'd be asking the same question.
No I wouldn't, especially not while they're kicking the shit out of me. Besides, whoever they are doesn't matter. All that matters is they better kill me when they're done, or else I'm coming for them, and I won't fail to finish the job. Fuck around and find out.
Finally, Piccolo and Kami are one in body and in spirit, because now they're both dead.
So now the Dragon Balls don't work and you can't get your wish granted, you dumbass.
I mean, there are more Dragon Balls on Namek, and he's a candidate for he was one of the candidates for the Guardian of Earth. He could have just made his own Dragon Balls if he wanted to.
There are 3 problems here. First, Namek hasn't been introduced in the anime yet. It only first got mentioned 4 months prior to this movie in the manga, and won't be mentioned until 3 months after this movie in the anime. Not only that, this is clearly an early Saiyan arc movie based around the Raditz material prior to Goku's death and Gohan's training, so during production, Toei wouldn't know about any planet Namek by this point. Second, the ability to create Dragon Balls is a Namekian ability, not a godly one. Actually, the original Dragon Balls were made by the dragon god Zalama, so yes, it is a godly ability.
You're missing the point.
A god may have made the original Dragon Balls, but that doesn't mean it's inherently a godly ability, as no other god could have made them. However, every other set of Dragon Balls featured in the series, whether it be the main Earth ones, the Namekian ones, the Black Star ones, or the Cerulean ones, were all made by Namekians. It just so happens the god of Earth is a Namekian, so Earth has Dragon Balls. Garlic Jr. is no Namekian, so he wouldn't be able to make more, so he would have fucked himself over. Third, Garlic Jr. wasn't a candidate for God, his father was. Even though Garlic Jr. is the reincarnation of his father, that doesn't make him a candidate for God, just like how Ma Jr., aka Piccolo, isn't a great demon king just because he's the reincarnation of his father, Piccolo Daimao. Dragon Ball Z's opening.
That's a sin. Why exactly?
Clearly, this is the only everything wrong with video of mine you have seen, or maybe you're just not paying attention. Either way, I send the opening simply because it takes away from the theatrical feel of these movies and makes them feel like extended episodes instead of movies. Whenever a movie doesn't lazily slap on the opening and actually does an original opening credit sequence, as is the case for The Tree of Might and Wrath of the Dragon, I give the movie credit for it. You're just now noticing he's here? I know he was hiding behind Gyumao's giant ass, but come on.
She can't sense Ki, like you said. He was behind Oz King.
Maybe she can't sense Ki. Maybe Gyumao is a huge bitch and in the way, but there is still something called spatial awareness, something Chi-Chi should know about with her being a martial artist. Not to mention, Ginger's shadow would have appeared between Gyumao's legs, so no excuses for her being so slow on realizing he was there. By the way, what's with these long pauses between sins and dings? It's called editing, dude. Get it right. Are you gonna do them out?
Really, man? Another Pucho? 5 cents.
Yeah, so what's your point?
You might as well send Toriyama too, since Dr. Slump was full of poop jokes, plus Dragon Ball has its fair share of them as well. 5 cents back at you. She got dropped like a bitch. I'm adding 3 cents for getting my hopes up.
How is that the film's fault? You got your own hopes up. Also, Chi-Chi never trains. She hasn't trained since the World Tournament. 3 cents.
Seeing Chi-Chi fight is a rare opportunity, so it's a sin when the movie teases it but doesn't let it happen. How come?
Fuck you, that's how.
3 cents right back at you. If they wanted the Dragon Ball, they should have just took it from the hat. Why kidnap Gohan?
If you tried to pay attention to the movie, Garlic Jr. feels Gohan's hidden power and wants him to be a future minion. 7 cents, dude.
If you tried to pay attention to this movie, you'd know Garlic Jr. didn't determine Gohan's hidden power until after his dumbass minions brought Gohan here, so that wasn't his plan. His minions were only supposed to get the Dragon Balls, so all they had to do was take the hat with the Dragon Ball on it. But no, the Numbnitz trio decided to take the kid who was wearing the hat, so now they're gonna feel the wrath of his angry father, who also happens to be the world's strongest man. I see you can dish out a lot of sins, but you better be ready to take them considering you're just as dumb as Garlic Jr.'s minions.
I will have all 7 Dragon Balls, and I will ask for the gift of immortality.
Why would he want immortality? Wouldn't he get bored of it eventually?
He is not a Saiyan. He does not enjoy the thrill of a battle. He wants immortality to live forever. Simply put as that. Also, he wants to wish for immortality for the same reason Vegeta and Frieza want immortality. Who's gonna take you down if you're immortal and can't be killed?
First of all, you can't even talk, nigga. Mushmouth sounds more coherent than you. Second, why are you bringing up the Saiyans? Since when did I mention them or their desire to enjoy combat forever at any point in my video? What is this, Twitter? I simply said immortality would get boring after a while, which means he'll eventually wish he could die. Third, just because you can't die doesn't mean you can't be defeated, and the means of which you're defeated means you're suffering a fate worse than death, something that happens to Garlic Jr. by the end of this movie. Hell, in Dragon Ball Super Broly, even Frieza realized wishing for immortality would be a mistake. Also, Hidan from Naruto is immortal thanks to him killing in the name of his god Jashin. But how does he end up? Well, let's just say he needs to pull himself together to crawl out of the hole he's in. That face is all kinds of stupid.
How is that exactly a sin exactly? It's a show he's clearly batshit insane.
Have you ever heard of the word NARM? Look it up on TV tropes and that'll answer the question. Also, how exactly is that a sin exactly? What the fuck kind of English are you speaking? No punches being pulled!
Soon you'll be as powerful as my 3 elite warriors.
Those 3?
You're vastly lowballing Gohan's power.
While true, you're also overestimating Gohan's rage boost. His first rage boost against Raditz was not strong enough to defeat Raditz. His Gohan only potential started to get stronger when he started to train. Garlic Jr. is only able to sense, smallest amount of attention from Gohan, who has not trained yet, clearly.
Dude, are you gargling cum while you're talking? Also, Gohan's rage boosts have nothing to do with training and simply gives him as much power as the plot demands in a particular moment. For example, even after having his potential unlocked by the Grand Elder, he stood no chance against Recoome no matter how angry he got or how hard he tried. But Goku took out Recoome and Butter effortlessly, and Ginyu estimated his battle power to be at about 60,000, which shocks Geese as only Ginyu is a match for that, but even they are lowballing Goku's power. Shortly afterwards, Gohan was able to knock around second form Frieza and even spook him in his third form, despite Frieza being astronomically more powerful than anyone by this point. Even if we take the Saiyan near-death power-up into consideration, he was previously no match for someone with a battle power less than 60,000, but now can go toe-to-toe with someone with a battle power higher than 1 million in their second form, not to mention their third form, which is even more powerful. See how ridiculous of a leap that is? As for this movie, Gohan, while in a rage-fueled state, could keep himself from being sucked into the Dead Zone and knock Garlic Jr. into there. Meanwhile, it took effort and teamwork for Goku and Piccolo to get the better of Garlic Jr., and they had to grab onto things to keep from being sucked into the Dead Zone. So you really don't understand how bullshit Gohan's rage boosts are. He gave him the ability to summon demons? It shouldn't.
Yeah, you're right. It shouldn't. But you know what gives him that ability? His home planet. It's why you do research. His planet naturally just gives him, his species, those abilities.
If you actually did research, you'd know Planet Makio doesn't specifically allow Garlic Jr. to summon demons. The planet coming within close range to Earth and aligning with several stars increases the power of Makian demons. But why are you even bringing up the Makio planet? This movie was released in 1989, but the Garlic Jr. arc, which introduced the Makio planet, began in 1991, so the very idea of Planet Makio has no bearing on this movie. Also, why did you cut off part of where I said immortality? Immortality gave him the ability to summon demons? It shouldn't. Dude, you're using KineMaster, which allows for precise editing, so no excuses for that. I started off YouTube with Viva Video Pro, which is absolutely shit video editing software where you can't even do a fraction of the things possible in KineMaster or Power Director, but I never made rookie mistakes like cutting the audio mid-sentence like that. You have the audacity to pop your cherry on a response video to another YouTuber, and you're using better software than that YouTuber initially used, but you can't even do it right. Like I said, it's called editing, so if you're trying to roast someone, you need to learn how to do it. Why is it that evil people always get sealed away instead of being killed?
Because the person who sealed the person isn't strong enough to kill the evil person.
Consider this. If you are unable to kill someone or something because they're far more powerful than you are, then how are you able to seal them in something that completely nullifies their powers to keep them from escaping? I'm not talking about cases of immortality like with Garlic Jr. or Hedon. I'm not talking about trapping someone in an alternate dimension. I'm talking purely about a major power difference and the sealing technique being developed by someone weaker than their adversary. If you can develop something without divine intervention that can nullify your enemy's powers and seal them within something, then why can't you go the whole 9 yards and kill them off completely?
Well, that's just lazy writing.
Ginger is suffering from a tragic case of blocked booty.
Do you like poop jokes or something?
I'm sure I speak for the both of us when I say...
So those muscles were hidden swords? And Nikki pulls swords from his bones? Who are you guys, Kimimaro?
You can't be serious. A single Google, well, 2 Google searches will show you that Kiyomaru's debunked In the manga, it was in 2004, and this movie came out in 1989. Kishimoto took inspiration from Dragon Ball, not the other way around.
Another guy already told me that.
His name was Shit Sherlock, first name no.
No shit, Dragon Ball long predates Naruto. That's not the point. The point is, Ginger and Nikki apparently had swords stored within their limbs. How the fuck do they have swords in their limbs? These are actual fucking swords, not bone weapons. I compared them to Kimimaro because of the similarities of their abilities, but theirs don't make sense in comparison to his. Kimimaro is able to manipulate his osteoblasts and osteoclasts to transform his bones to use as makeshift weapons. He doesn't pull actual swords out of himself, he just morphs his bones into weapons harder than steel. Apparently, Ginger's scimitars were part of his muscle mass as he slims down once they're extracted. And I have no idea how Nikki pulled an entire longsword from his leg. The point is, this makes no fucking sense. Also, what did you say here about Kimimaro?
That Kimimaro is deep butt. In the manga...
Say what now?
That Kimimaro is deep butt. In the manga...
One more time.
That Kimimaro is deep butt. In the manga...
Kimimaro's deep butt?
Deep butt, deep butt, deep butt, deep butt, deep butt, deep butt.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
If you suck everything into the Dead Zone, there will be nothing and no one for you to rule.
Again, he's immortal. He won't die. He can just go to another planet. Well, take that over.
But why the fuck would he do that when he already has a perfectly fine planet to rule over right now? Not to mention, how do you expect him to find another inhabitable planet? Does he have a spare spaceship handy? Highly unlikely considering his whole life was spent on Earth as he is the reincarnation of his father. Remember, the Garlic Jr. arc is where he was retconned into an alien. But again, that arc has no bearing on this movie as they are incompatible with one another, and nothing about this arc was even thought of when the movie was made, so for all intents and purposes, Garlic Jr. is an Earthling in this movie. But even if I gave him the benefit of the doubt, what is he gonna do? Drift aimlessly through space, hoping he'll find another inhabitable planet with intelligent life to rule over, assuming those life forms aren't more powerful than he is?
Not a great plan.
This guy's a special kind of stupid.
Stupid! Seriously.
Wow, nigga. That was an embarrassment of a response video. You clearly have no idea how to edit a video, you can't talk worth a shit, nor have you actually done any research for how I approach my videos, or even for Dragon Ball, as your video was full of misinformation. They say Dragon Ball fans haven't seen their own show, and you are the poster child of that saying. I'll give you credit for having the balls to respond to one of my videos, and it is flattering to have someone try to give me the Birdman treatment, but if this sad-ass video is the best you can come up with, don't bother. Fuck outta here.
Nigga.
What?
Now if you'll excuse me, I got a movie to review.